Man, so like this video has probably been coming, like I should have made a video on this whole drama a while ago, but I never did, and I think now is the perfect time, now that everything has settled down, to actually discuss if Type still has a future or if it's wraps for the game. Before I start, please make sure to like and subscribe so we can hit 8K subscribers, and let's get right into it. Alright, first situation that I want to tackle is Setro's departure. So we know Setro did do a lot of work for the game in regards to coming with the concepts and making a good portion of the abilities, though to be completely honest, I don't think him leaving the development team will hinder their progression as much, simply due to the fact that Type development team is giant. Like, I know Setro was a big part, but they have over 50 people working on this game. However, where things may take a turn is the actual concepts of the abilities that we get. From my understanding, Setro's main thing was actually creating the concepts for a lot of the stuff that we have in game right now. So with a completely new person in charge, we may end up seeing a different style of content, though to be completely honest with you, I don't think it'll make much of a difference because Dave was the old Type manager guy, right? So it'll still be Type themed. I feel like it just might be different from the stuff that we've got now, right? So the only thing that I could see making a difference in Type development is the delays in Hell, because I know Setro did leak a few of the stuff that was dropping in Hellverse. I don't remember how major it was. I think it was just a few mobs that may set them back a bit, but likely not much, right? Like, they haven't really commented on how they feel about that. Setro still has a role in the Discord server, so I don't think he did anything major that would like piss them off. So I feel like for the most part it's completely fine. When it comes to updates, we will definitely see a change as well, because with the thing Setro like to do is like he like to delay everything for like one major update, right? The developers, like the rest of the team, they want to drop content weekly while keeping Hell like not as big, but it'll still probably be a big update. Like, from what I can gauge right now, we're just going to be getting more content. Hell's definitely going to have less stuff, but I think they should still have like a decent chunk of content for Hell. But before I wrap this section up, I do want to state that I don't think Setro's like a small part of the team by any means. Like, to clarify before I wrap this up, because I feel like in this section I did kind of discredit Setro to a certain degree, that he was a major part of the game. He contributed a lot, he worked really hard, and in my opinion he was a good developer. However, in my opinion, just due to the sheer size of the Type development team and how much other developers put into the game, I don't think much will be delayed. Like, no glaze, like, I honestly, like, that's my honest opinion, you feel me? Please give me my CC roll, please. It's been like 2 months. Please just open the apps back up. I've been waiting for so long. Anyways, yeah, let's move on to the next section. Okay, we're on to the Dave section, and for this one, no cuts, like no script. I'm gonna just be honest. Very first thing I want to get out of the way, guys, stop fucking eating, please, bro. Like, genuinely, if you are above the age of, like, actually not even, because I was gonna say if you're above the age of 13 you shouldn't be doing that shit, but like if you're under the age of 13 you're gonna end up a victim, I promise you. I almost did, like, almost. I don't want to talk about that. Anyways, so like the Dave situation, right? Apparently Dave was 17 years old and he was dating like freshman, so that's like 13-14 years old. In my opinion, first off, in real life that's still fucking weird, but in real life, like, let's be real, whatever high school you go to, you're gonna see some shit like that. Like, I promise you, there's always the fucking super senior waiting for the freshmen. Like, no matter what high school you go to, there's somebody like that. Like, it's unavoidable. So like, if you think about it like that, he's straight. But at the same time, if you think about it from a Discord perspective, especially with like the maturity difference between a 17 and 13-year-old, I feel like that's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie, like, that should not be happening, especially over text. Like, I don't know how to say this in a specific way, but like, generally speaking, I feel like, all right, I need to think for a minute, hold up. I won't speak on this too much just because I don't really want to get involved in the drama too much. Like, I want to mainly focus on how this affects Type. So all I'm gonna say is, in my opinion, I feel like a senior and a freshman should not be dating. Like, me personally, like, my limit when it comes to dating in high school specifically is like a 1-year difference, unless she's older than me, because I'm trying to be a victim. But anyways, yeah, like, anyways, so I don't think this is really gonna affect the game's player base too much. I do see some people being against playing the game as much, just due to the fact that, you know, Dave did have those allegations, and I'm pretty sure some of them were proven, if not all of them. So some people don't feel comfortable playing the game anymore. However, at the same time, a bunch of other people straight up just don't care. Like, Type has 60k players on right now. When update dropped, it had almost 70k. When Hell drops, it's probably hitting like 100k. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, I won't lie, like, the game's not gonna drop in players due to this. Like, straight up, it may affect like 1 or 2 players or like a few hundred players. The way I can see this really going wrong is if like a Roblox admin stumbles across this and they start banning like Dave or somebody else from Type management. But even then, like, the game would still be in a similar state even without Dave or without Setro. Like, the manager, I feel like, does not matter as much, just because they have more competent developers like Tama, Green, or not Green, he got removed. I don't remember their names, I'm blacking out, but like, Tama's there, and that guy's pretty cool. He's a good developer. So I think before I wrap this up, I want to talk about e-dating real quick. All right, so like, when I was like 12 years old, I think I e-dated, and I think I did it like a 14-year-old or some shit for like 3 days. I can say is it was like one of the worst experiences in my entire life. I don't know why anybody would even want to do that shit. However, if you're my viewer and you're under the age of 16 years old, I would not fucking e-date no matter what. It always ends up bad. Even if you're older, it always ends up bad. But at least when you're older, you have like the mental maturity to kind of understand what you're doing. If you're younger than 16 years old, there's a very high chance that it goes bad. I can't be descriptive because I don't want this to get demonetized, but you could probably guess how it goes bad, right? You guys ever been on like Twitter or X or whatever, right, and you see those videos of the guy catching a predator and beating the shit out of them? That is the type of person you're probably talking to on Discord, on those fucking dating Discord servers, bro. Like, genuinely, look up those videos and look at those people and see if you genuinely want to have a relationship with one of them mens, bro. And tell me if you want to still fucking e-date, alright? Like, if you want to date somebody like that, if you want to be like a victim, you know, by all means, go for it. But if you don't, then I feel like you should not e-date. Be mature. Like, just date people in real life or some shit. And yeah, anyways, let's move on to the next section of the video. You still play Type Soul? That's probably the question that everybody's been asking. Honestly, I can't give you a perfect answer to this question, especially with everything that's happened. All I can really say is, even though the actions of the game's management are questionable to say the least, the content produced by the actual developers of this game is actually good. Like, even though the game itself, we give it kind of shit for being unbalanced at time, which to be fair, it isn't that bad of a game. Like, I genuinely enjoy the PvP and I am looking forward to the Hell update. So honestly, with all that being said, there's two sides. The people who will stop playing due to the Dave situation or some other developer drama or administrator drama or whatever, and the people who still play the game nonetheless, whether it be for the game itself, because honestly the PvP is pretty fun and it's kind of addicting, or to support the hardworking developers that still work on the game. So with that being said, I want to give a quick shout out to all the developers that have not been in dramas, to all the developers that don't talk to little kids. So you know, shout out my boy Tama Yaren, shout out my boy Eduardo BRG, shout out Canadian MRE. I see that guy's working real hard recently, you know. Shout out my boy Landry W Builder. And you know, thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Comment below, let me know if you guys agree with my takes, if you guys disagree with them, because I know there are going to be people that disagree with what I said, but at the same time, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I was not really trying to get demonetized in this video, so I could not be as in depth as I wanted to. Like, straight up, I had to re-record some of these verses, or not verses, like some of these sections a couple times, just because I didn't know what to say without getting demonetized or getting in trouble or whatever, right? So yeah, anyways, thank you for watching, goodbye, and yeah.